Here we are in Tombstone. We're downtown Tombstone. It is 7 o'clock in the morning, right across the street from the Oxbow shop, custom t-shirt factory, and all kinds of great places. This is the Crystal Palace, where famous men like Bob Burnett, Doc Holliday, Bat Masterson, and Johnny Ringo were. Walk down the street this way. Yes, walk this way. Oh, that's right. As you can see by the sign, City Marshal Virgil Earp was ambushed here and crippled for life. That was an aftermath of the Battle of the OK Corral there. December 28, 1881. I'll bet it was cold that day. A little nippy right now. Part of my my fleet of pigeons here, waiting for us to come on down and give them some breakfast. As you can see by looking down the street, it's much the same as it was once upon a time. We're approaching the Lucky Cuss Saloon, which is where we had dinner last night. Okay. The boards are still in the sidewalk. Thanks for agreeing with me. The town was founded about the 1880s. They came here for silver. Although the silver mines are closed down right now because the town is, the price of silver is such that they can't warrant mining it anymore, but it was mined up until recently, and they're hoping that it'll reopen. Right across the street you'll see Big Nose Kate's Saloon. That was Doc Holliday's girlfriend.
Saloon or Kate?
Both. That's the Enter the Old West.
Oh, what happened here? Let's see.
Oh, this is Campbell and Hatch's Saloon. Morgan Earp was killed here while playing pool March 18th. That may be Mr. Campbell or Mr. Hatch now. Morning. You don't mind if we get crazy in your town, do you? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Here's the community bulletin board right here. Probably a lot of great stuff. Yeah, the second annual luau. I'm sure that's a big affair here. Why they want to have a luau here is beyond me. You're filming now the Arizona Territorial Museum, which one ought to take in if he were here. We've walked down just a little bit, down Allen Street, and this is Johnny Ringo's bar, where someone ought to spend a lot of time if he were coming here. This is a view down a side street off of Allen Street. We're walking down towards the OK Corral.
Well, believe it or not, folks, here we are in front of the OK Corral. It's not great, but it's okay. This is the most famous ground in Arizona. You wouldn't believe it. The OK Corral shootout site where several people were killed. We're supposed to see the 1880s wagons and buggies back here too, but we're not going to go in because the place is closed up. Let's see if we can find out some information about the OK Corral. It says here that the original OK Corral was built in 1879 by John Montgomery to care for the horses, mules, oxen vehicles used for transportation in the mines. The corral livestock and vehicles were available for hire, and privately owned animals were in these stalls. The most famous gun battle, this is it, folks, the most famous gun battle of the Old West was fought here on October 26, 1881. That's 101 years ago. By the Clantons, McLaurys, Earps, and Doc Holliday. In approximately 30 seconds of gunfighting, 3 men died and 2 were severely wounded. They didn't like the Earps in this town for some reason. In here you can see the life-size, lifelike figures of the gunmen as they were when the shooting started. Walk where they fell. Last night I kind of fell where they walked. But anyway, we're not able to get in right now because it's a little too early. It says here, close, see you tomorrow. Might as well pull up.
They call Tombstone the town that is a museum, and the museum that is a town. Now, what do we mean by this? Well, actually, if we look at it a little closer, we mean it's a town that looks like a museum. But is it actually a museum that's a town, or was the town here first and then a museum, or we're not sure? I mean, what do we mean by this? Well, let's look at it a little bit closer. And what do we mean by what do we mean, and what do we mean by baked potatoes? And what do we mean by wasting your time like this? Obviously. Actually, we forgot to mention one important part that Mr. Burnett pointed out. The OK Corral only has 24 months left on its life because they're going to tear it down and put up a Hyatt Regency hotel. You'll be able to swim, golf, ride horseback here. It's kind of a shame, actually. I was going to send someone a postcard from Boot Hill Cemetery saying wish they were here, but I think it'd be in poor taste. Obviously, you've got a gift shop here. Only in the United States would they open up a gift shop where other people were hanged. I don't know about you, but I'm hungry as hell.